Oh boy, everybody. J.K. Rowling update. That's right. J.K. Rowling insinuates Nazis did not burn trans books. I feel like there's not really much info I need to give on this one. J.K. Rowling posted an oopsie. And, like, I feel it's kind of this trend where if you hate trans people enough, you'll obsess over them so much that you'll just, like, find yourself eventually surrounded by far-right, like, ultra-nationalist neo-Nazis that are, like, also the most anti-trans, while also being the most fetishizing of trans people. We've seen the viewership of trans porn in red states and how much higher it is there. Yeah, like, it's kind of hard to be, like, a person who has built a identity around transphobia online to not find yourself getting in with Nazis or even just outright defending the Nazis to own the transes. It's not a very long road to get to that point, and J.K. Rowling has reached the end of that road, it seems. J.K. Rowling is once again making ignorant and anti-trans comments online. On Wednesday, the Harry Potter author's name began trending on Twitter thanks to an ill-advised post in which she denies the claim that Nazis burned books on trans healthcare and research. She replies, how? Rowling wrote above a screenshot of a nameless user's post. How did you type this out and press send without thinking, I should maybe check my source for this because it might have been a fever dream? Soon afterward, many X-users, including the extremely online actor George Takei, replied to Rowling's tweet. Oh, hell yeah, George Takei. Oh my... Hold on. Oh my... No, that wasn't good. Oh my... I can't... Fucking hell, I used to be able to do it. What happened? Is my throat all fucked up or something? I used to be able to do such a good Ricardio, the heart guy. Oh my... It was actually pretty good. You're killing me, Zan. Listen. Soon afterward, many Twitter users, including the extremely online actor George Takei, replied to Rowling's tweet to point out, as Takei wrote, this is, in fact, true. As Scientific American notes, Adolf Hitler's campaign to rid Germany of Oh my god, I hate German, I hate Polish, I hate European languages. Lebensunwertes Leben, meaning... lives unworthy of living, led to the mass extermination of several communities, including Jewish people and homosexuals and transgender people. According to the Holocaust Remembrance Day Trust, a charity established and funded by the United Kingdom's government, May 6, 1933 marked the infamous day when Nazi-supporting youth broke into the Institute of Sexology. Amazing name, by the way. I would love to be a sexologist. Days later, the Nazi youth groups burned the library's looted contents and tens of thousands of other texts in the streets. The Holocaust Remembrance Day Trust describes the Institute of Sexology as having achieved a global reputation for its pioneering work on transsexual understanding and calls for equality for homosexuals, transgender people, and women. Scientific American, meanwhile, notes that the organization contained the world's first trans clinic. So, yeah, like, pretty... Obviously, if you're somebody who has made your entire personality being sort of, like, willfully ignorant on trans people and, like, the science or issues surrounding that, you're probably not going to know about this kind of stuff, but I think it's kind of revealing of the fact that, like, to be transphobic and to continue to defend your position, almost always you eventually have to get to denying the Holocaust. Maybe not denying it outright, but certainly denying aspects of the official story in regards to the Holocaust. And to be clear, the official story of the Holocaust is a conservative telling, okay? The 6 million number is a no less than number. No less than 6 million people were killed during the Holocaust. No less than this stuff happened. The Nazis destroyed a lot of records before the Soviets pulled up, and they just didn't really keep records that well to begin with. There is a lot of historical context and horrible crimes against human rights that took place during Nazi Germany that have been burned and destroyed from the annals of history. So the horrific stats and data and stories you hear about the Holocaust, while true, they only tell a small bit of the picture. So whenever you hear about how horrible the Holocaust is, just remind yourself, that's just what we know. That's just what we know. That's just the at least that happened. But at least does not mean that's all that happened by any means. And the Nazis destroyed a lot of records and a lot of stuff. Like, even the Soviets weren't all that forthcoming with a lot of the stuff they found. Regardless, when Alejandra Caraballo, I think it's pronounced, a clinical instructor at Harvard Cyber Law Clinic, confronted Rowling on X, or Twitter, sorry, I'm never calling it X unironically, for, as she put it, engaging in Holocaust denial, the author came back with a strange reply in which she chided that neither of the articles Caraballo had included in her response, quote, support the contention that trans people were the first victims of the Nazis, or that all research on trans healthcare was burned in 1930s Germany. That was not the claim that was made by the person she was responding to. The goalpost has been moved a mile. That's like 5 entire football fields the goalpost just got moved. Jesus. Afterward, when Caraballo pressed Rowling to explain how her original post insinuated as such, Rowling responded with a screenshot of an entirely different post. Caraballo pointed out as much in her final comeback and included a gif of soccer players moving goalposts across the field, as at the time of writing, 5 hours later, Rowling has not responded. I swear I did not read this prior to making that joke, but yeah, look at this. The goalpost has moved several football fields. Rowling has been spouting anti-trans rhetoric for years now, although she's insisted that she has never set out to upset anyone. Last year came The Witch Trials of J.K. Rowling, a podcast from Bari Weiss, the free press that framed the author, Bari Weiss's The Free Press that framed the author as a survivor of a larger culture war. Predictably, the project included just enough opposition to Rowling to skate by, but not enough to truly capture the full argument. Regardless, it appears that Rowling won't be letting this go anytime soon. I think it's important to recognize that, like, J.K. Rowling is also friends with quite a few Nazis. I think it was, yep. It was Sean. The rare
Hello,
W.
Everyone. Today,
the rare W man. When this man has a W, it's a big W, but his W's tend to be rare, especially on Twitter. But he made a video about the lady, Kelly Jean K, or whatever her name is. She goes by like 2 different names. She's this short hair, blonde, limey, rad femme turf from the UK. And real evil, smarmy, snide bitch. And she is also a white nationalist, like, quite clearly. And J.K. Rowling has formed a quick friendship with her. Let me see if I can find... Yeah, here's the clip that Sean uses. I'm yoinking a clip from Sean's video.
In the UK, Let Women Speak has gone global, with Keen flying all over the world to attend events.
Yeah, she goes by Posie Parker, too, yeah.
Let Women Speak has a simple format. Keen will turn up somewhere with a microphone, give a speech, and then hand the mic off to anyone who wants it, with the only rule being that women speak first and men speak after. The events also have an open doors policy with regards to attendees and speakers.
Wait, I want to see, like, proper clips here. I want to see proper clips of her talking. Oh. You can't tell whether or not we get audio from these from the video. Here, let me see if I can find... Come on, this video can't be that hard to find, right? Here it is. She gets sauced. Wait, it wasn't soup, it was sauce? That goes hard. She got sauced. I love that. Oh, I love that. She got sauced. Trans equals WEF New World Order puppets. Interesting. You got sauced. she got sauced. Her hair is all red because it got sauced. How much you want to bet she had that red, like, streak in her hair for a while? Tomato sauce will stain the shit out of your hair or your clothes, frankly. I've gotten like a tiny drop of tomato sauce on like shorts, pants, or a shirt, and I'll put it through 5 loads of wash, and I can still notice that stain there if I look really closely at it. And it's like, motherfucker, it's still there. I bet that streak doesn't go away until the hair grows out and she gets a haircut. She always has resting bitch face. Yeah, just like J.K. Rowling. Although J.K. Rowling has had, like, so much plastic surgery, she kind of looks like a doll and can't have a resting face anymore. You know what I mean? Like there's a certain level of plastic surgery you get where you stop being able to have a resting face. And that's where J.K. Rowling has arrived, from all of the facial feminization surgeries she's had.
Okay.
This is why I hate ketchup. It should burn. I mean, getting tomato sauce in your eyes is going to hurt because it's quite acidic. But, I mean, hot sauce would have been quite funny. But I'm pretty sure if you hit someone with hot sauce, you're in real trouble. Like, normal tomato sauce, that's assault. But I think with hot sauce, it might be considered assault with, like, some kind of acid. You know, it's, like, almost considered the same as, like, macing someone for no good reason. Legally speaking. This reminds me of the time. So I was in drama in freshman year. I was a winky wizard. I was stained green for a week in my face, and it looked like I was rotting. So I feel her pain, and she deserves it. Yeah. Man, it really sucks that J.K. Rowling... Like, I'm not the biggest Harry Potter fan, okay? There are people who love Harry Potter. And Harry Potter's definitely like a... What is that word for media that was made just to sell toys? Harry Potter, at least the movies, really feel like they were made to sell toys and merch, and to tell a world that's, like, really merchandisable. It almost feels like, especially on rewatch as an adult, like you can almost feel J.K. Rowling thinking, yeah, the Nimbus 5000, yeah, kids are gonna want one of these. You know, like, I feel like once the movies started to take off, you could really detect the amount of, like, merch baiting she did, right? And so the world of Harry Potter, because it was made to sell merch, is an interesting world with cool concepts and neat visual stuff, and it's pretty cool, right? It's pretty neat. It just sucks that world, which is itself a quite neat thing to explore and have fun with. Like, if you've ever been to the Harry Potter section at, like, Universal, it's kind of been soured by the fact that J.K. Rowling is 100% at this point going to go down in history as the lady who, like, yeah, she made Harry Potter and all, but she's also, like, she was really transphobic, you know? She's going to be looked at a little bit like H.P. Lovecraft, I feel like, but less iconic and less influential, obviously. Because her story isn't very original. It's still quite derivative. I don't think it's going to, like, it's not going to have a Tolkien-level, like, impact in our society long-term. Like, you got to remember, Harry Potter is still a pretty fresh franchise. It's, you know, right? Lovecraft died in poverty at 37. It's not a perfect comparison. I mean so in the sense that people liked H.P. Lovecraft's work, but they're also, like, quite racist, though. Quite racist. Don't Google what his cat's name was. I mean that, by the way. Don't Google H.P. Lovecraft's cat. Don't do it. Don't Google H.P. Lovecraft's cat name. Don't Google that. You don't want to... I'm telling you not to Google it. Do not Google that. Stop Googling it. Stop it. I know it was the N-word. It does contain the N-word. It does indeed. What would J.K. Rowling's cat be named? We're not going down that road. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But what combination of the T slur would J.K. Rowling name her cat? Rip. I'm sorry.